स्टूडेंट्स जिस तरह ਆਪਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਸਕੂਲ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਬੋਰਡ ਤੇ ਸਤੰਬਰ ਪੇਪਰ 2023 ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੈਪਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਪਏ ਹਾਂ। +1 ਸਾਇੰਸ ਦਾ ਕੈਮਿਸਟਰੀ ਸਬਜੈਕਟ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪੇਪਰ ਹੈ 70 ਮਾਰਕਸ ਦਾ ਹੋਏਗਾ, 3 ਆਰ ਦਾ ਹੋਏਗਾ। ਉਹ ਆਪਾਂ ਸੋਲਵ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਪੇਪਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕਰਨ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ 70 ਮਾਰਕਸ ਦਾ ਪੇਪਰ ਹੋਏਗਾ। सो स्टार्ट करते हैं फ्रॉम फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन और फर्स्ट सैक्शन दैट इज़ ए सैक्शन तो स्टार्ट करते हैं जिहदे फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन जिहड़ा हैगा पैराग्राफ बेस्ड क्वेश्चन हैगा क्लासीफिकेशन ऑफ एलीमेंट्स एंड प्रोड्यूसिटी ऑफ द एलीमेंट्स दे विचों हैगा। फर्स्ट लेट्स स्टार्ट द एलीमेंट ऑफ ग्रुप 1 अल्कली मेटल एंड ग्रुप 2 आर अल्कलाइन अर्थ मेटल्स which have NS1 and NS2 outermost electronic configuration belong to the S block elements and they are reactive metal with the low ionization enthalpy. They lose the outermost electron readily to form a +1 ion in the case of alkali metal and +2 ion in the case of alkaline earth metals. The metallic character and the reactivity increase as we go down the group, and because of the high reactivity they are found pure in nature and compound of a S block elements with the exception of the lithium and beryllium are predominantly ionic in nature. So ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਪੈਰਾਗ੍ਰਾਫ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਰਾ ਰੀਡ ਕੀਤਾ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਪੈਰਾਗ੍ਰਾਫ ਬੇਸਡ 5 ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਪੇਪਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਣਗੇ। ਲੈਟਸ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਫਰਮ ਫਰਸਟ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ which group elements are alkali and alkaline earth metals. So it's clear from here paragraph first line. Group 1 and group 2 are called as a group 1 is alkali metals and group 2 are alkaline earth metals. Second which write the electronic configuration of alkali and alkaline earth metals. Alkali in case of alkali that is a NS1 electronic configuration and alkaline that is a NS2 electronic configuration. This is a first group and this is a second group elements. Okay. Next is the what is the effect on the reactivity and metallic character on the alkali metals. The metallic character of metallic character and the reactivity increase as we go down the group. This is a increase. Now next is why S block elements are so called, because S block elements are called as S block element because the last electron present in the S orbital, due to that these are called as S block elements. Next, what are the ionic compounds? Ionic compound or ionic elements are the element which is formed by ionic elements are formed by the loss or gain of electron. If any element lose the electron, that will form a cation, and if any element gain the electron, that will form a anion. So different type of ions are cation and anions are formed, and these are ionic elements. The element which have tendency to lose the electron or gain the electron, that are the ion. And here S block elements are both are ionic element because they have one unpaired electron and two unpaired electrons. Okay. So next question that is a MCQ based question होंगे. Let's start from first question. 1 mole of methane contain, first option is साढ़े को 6.02 multiply 10 to the power 23 atom of hydrogen. Next 4 gram of hydrogen. Next 1.81 multiply 10 to the power 23 molecule of methane, and D option है 3 gram of a carbon. So correct option is option is that is B option 4 gram of atom of hydrogen. This is the correct answer. So next MCQ is the Avogadro number are constant as constant is means Avogadro number which is denoted by N naught value, and here value is option A is 6.02. So first option is 6.022 10 to the power minus 23. B option is 6.022 10 to the power 23. Third option है 8.022 multiply 10 to the power minus 23, and last option 5.022 10 to the power 23. And this is the Avogadro number, and the correct option is B option 6.022 10 to the power 23 atoms. ठीक है जी. So next is the MCQ question. Unit of molality. Molality है denoted by symbol small m. It is defined as number of moles of solute dissolved in weight of solvent in gram. ठीक है. This is so इतो आप यूनिट easily कर सकते हैं. Let's see the option. First option that is a mole per liter. Second है gram equivalent liter inverse. Third है gram centimeter inverse cube, and last mole per kg. So correct answer is mole per kg. D option is the correct answer. which of the following is dependent on the temperature dependent term find out करनी है. So we have to learn the definition of molarity and mole fraction. First option है molarity, second है molarity, third option है mole fraction and next that is a mass percentage. So इसके ਵਿੱਚ देखते हैं ਆਪਾਂ temperature dependent term है. Let's start from molarity definition. Number of moles of solute divided by volume of solution in liter, and this is a molarity, and here is the molarity term, and basic difference is between that. In case of molarity, mass weight of solvent is used, no volume term, and in case of molarity, volume term is used, and volume term which is dependent upon temperature term. So this is if the volume term is dependent upon temperature, and hence molarity is also dependent on temperature, and molarity doesn't contain the volume term and does not affect the temperature, and hence molarity is independent and molarity is the dependent term. So correct answer साढ़े को होएगा option B molarity. ठीक है. Next, what is the mole fraction of the solute in 1 molar aqueous solution? So first option है 0.0354, second option है 0.0177, third option 0.177, last option 1.770. Mole fraction है, so correct answer is B option. This is a numerical part solved here and also solved in MCQ series. So next question is molarity of a pure water is, so first option है 55.5, second है 50.5, third है 18 and 60.5, and correct option is A option 55.5. So next question is the unit of mole fraction, and mole fraction denoted by symbol X. It is defined as number of moles of one component divided by total number of moles. It means देखिए ऊपर भी number of moles है, नीचे भी total number of moles है, number of moles cancel हो जाएंगे, and hence it has no unit. Let's see the option. First option mole per liter, second है mole per kg, third option no unit, and fourth option mole per gram, and the correct answer is no unit. ठीक है. Now next question is the correct ground electronic configuration of chromium Z is equal to 24, atomic number 24 है, तो यदि ਆਪਾਂ correct general electronic configuration करांगे. सो सानू सब तो पता है कि दो ही पहले 30 एलीमेंट ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੇਜਰਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਦੋ ਐਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਕਾਪਰ ਐਂਡ ਕ੍ਰੋਮੀਅਮ ਸ਼ੋ ਐਕਸੈਪਸ਼ਨਲ ਕਨਫੀਗਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਕ੍ਰੋਮੀਅਮ ਐਂਡ ਕਾਪਰ that is a 24 and 29. ठीक है जी. In case of 24 argon that is a 3d5 4s1, and here copper 3d 10 and 4s1. This is a basically electronic configuration, and these show exceptional electronic configuration basis due to the two reasons. First, that is a stability factor, second that is a higher exchange energy factor. ठीक है जी. दो फैक्टर करके दोनों डिफरेंट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कन्फिगरेशन शो कर दें. सो लेट्स सी द फर्स्ट ऑप्शन that is a argon 3d5 4s1, second option 3d4 4s2, third option है 3d6 4s0, and last option that is a argon 4s1 4p1, and the correct answer is A option is 3d5 4s1. This is the correct electronic configuration or stability of the elements. Next is the next MCQ, the designation of an orbital with n equal to 4 and l equal to 3. n equal to 4 and l equal to 3. So let's try to solve the question. First option है 4s है, next 4p है, next 4d and 4f है. n equal to 4 है, that is the principal quantum number. l equal to 3 है, l equal to 0, this is the s block element. l1 this is a p block, l equal to 2 this is a d, and l equal to 3 this is a f block element. So correct option हो जाएगी हमारे को principal quantum number n equal to 4 है and 4 is f. 4f is the correct answer. This is the option D option is the correct answer. ठीक है जी. Now next is the who discovered and the first use of constant h. H is also known as the Planck constant, and value is 6.626 multiplied 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. Maximum time Planck constant की वैल्यू भी पूछी जाती है. सो इतने क्वेश्चन है कि जो डिस्कवर किने किया. फर्स्ट ऑप्शन दैट इज ए डी ब्रोगली, सेकंड है रदरफोर्ड, थर्ड है बोहर, एंड लास्ट वन दैट इज ए मैक्स प्लैंक, एंड द करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज डी ऑप्शन मैक्स प्लैंक. ठीक है जी. नो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग आर नॉट यूनिट ऑफ वेवलेंथ वेवलेंथ के यूनिट की नहीं होंगे, वेवलेंथ के यूनिट होए सिंबल लैम्डा। एंड फर्स्ट ऑप्शन है एंजस्ट्रॉम ए नोट, एंड नेक्स्ट है यूनिट्स, थर्ड है नैनोमीटर, फोर्थ है फर्स्ट ऑप्शन साढ़े को एंजस्ट्रॉम यूनिट है, सेकंड ऑप्शन है नैनोमीटर है, नेक्स्ट है हर्ट्ज है, एंड नेक्स्ट दैट इज ए पिकोमीटर है। सो सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर एंड द आंसर इज हर्ट्ज। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है नो टू इलेक्ट्रॉन इन एन एटम कैन हैव द ऑल द फोर क्वांटम नंबर द सेम वैल्यू। डेफिनेशन के अकॉर्डिंग है, कि रूल प्रिंसिपल के अकॉर्डिंग है। फर्स्ट ऑप्शन दैट इज ए हर्ट्ज रूल, सेकंड है दैट इज ए पॉली एक्सक्लूजन प्रिंसिपल, थर्ड है ऑफ बाउ प्रिंसिपल, नेक्स्ट है एन प्लस एल रूल के अकॉर्डिंग है। सो करेक्ट आंसर इज पॉली एक्सक्लूजन प्रिंसिपल के अकॉर्डिंग है नो टू इलेक्ट्रॉन इन एन एटम कैन हैव द ऑल द फोर क्वांटम नंबर सेम, कि चारे क्वांटम नंबर है उन्होंने सेम वैल्यू जी नहीं हो सकती। ठीक है, कोई भी दो कंबाइन इलेक्ट्रॉन के कोल। ठीक है जी, मे भी उन्होंने दोनों को बाकी अगर वैल्यू सेम भी हो जाती फिर भी स्पिन जी सेम नहीं होगी, अपवर्ड और डाउनवर्ड। ठीक है जी, नेक्स्ट है एलिमेंट्स टेंड टू गेट द 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन इन द आउटरमोस्ट शैल, दिस इज नोन एज द। अगर किसी भी एलीमेंट के कोल 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन आउटरमोस्ट शैल ਦੇ बन जाते हैं तो वो जो उसनों की कहते हैं। फर्स्ट है दैट इज ए डबलेट रूल, नेक्स्ट है ऑक्टेट रूल, नेक्स्ट है ट्रिपलेट रूल, एंड नेक्स्ट दैट इज ए क्वाड्रपल, एंड करेक्ट आंसर इज द ऑक्टेट रूल। नेक्स्ट है द डाइपोल मोमेंट ऑफ वाटर इज 1.85 है, फर्स्ट ऑप्शन, सेकंड है 1.82, नेक्स्ट 1.87, नेक्स्ट 1.83। as we know in case of water having structure that is a vent shape and bond angle is 104.5 degree, and due to that the dipole moment of water is 1.85 is the correct answer, A option. Next is the resonance is due to first option है साढ़े कोल that is the delocalization of sigma electron, second है delocalization of pi electrons, next है migration of hydrogen atom, and next migration of protons. So correct option is delocalization of pi electron, due to that different resulting structure are formed. Next है hybridization of C2 and C3 in molecule साढ़े कोल गिवन है, ये तीन नंबर C2 2 नंबर ते 3 नंबर जो कार्बन है उन्होंने कोल किहड़ी हाइब्रिडाइजेशन प्रेजेंट है। हियर इज 1 and 2 3 4 5 and 2 and 3 are this। सेकेंड वाला एलिमेंट डबल बॉन्ड एक साइड है, वन एक साइड है, एंड इट इज sp2 हाइब्रिडेशन, एंड हियर नेक्स्ट कार्बन दैट इज ए बोथ डबल बॉन्ड, दिस इज sp हाइब्रिडेशन। So let's see the option. First option is sp and sp3, second option sp2 and sp, next sp2 sp2, and last option sp and sp hybridization. ठीक है, so correct answer is that is a B option, sp2 and sp. ठीक है, now next question is the most polar bond is most polar, that is depend upon the electronegativity difference, more is the electronegativity difference, more is the polarity. So let's see the option cf, second CO, third CBr, and CS. So correct option and the answer is A option, due to F is a more electronegative element in the periodic table and more higher electronegative element than oxygen, bromine, and sulfur. So this is the most polar one. Next is the true false question. So first option is that sigma bond is formed by the head-to-head overlapping sigma bond. As we already know, the sigma bond is formed by head-to-head overlapping, and pi bond is formed by the side-wise overlapping. Due to that, this is a correct statement and this is a true statement. Next is geometry of carbon dioxide molecule is linear. This is also a true statement, that is a carbon dioxide has a linear geometry, 180-degree bond angle. This is also true. Next, the value of 1 angstrom is 10 to the power minus 10 meter, and 1 angstrom value is 10 to the power minus 10 meter. This is also a correct statement. So this is also correct. True है. Next, 1 molar solution has higher concentration than 1 molar. This is also a correct statement. Next, a 2s orbital has one node. That is also a correct option. L minus 1 can be calculated. L minus 1. So next question is the copper 1 is a diamagnetic. As we know, the copper 1 is a diamagnetic. Copper electronic configuration is that is exceptional. 3d10 4s1 by removal of one electron, that is a 3d10 formation. 3d10 which is all the fully filled d orbitals, fully filled electrons 2 4 6 8 and 10, ठीक है, टोटली फुली filled है, नो अनफिल्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन एंड हेंस इट इज ए डायमैग्नेटिक इन नेचर. सो दीज आर द क्वेश्चन एंड ट्रू फॉल्स. ठीक है जी. नेक्स्ट स्टार्ट कर दें. नेक्स्ट 2 मार्क्स क्वेश्चन दे होता हूँ. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन is read and explain the law of multiple proportion है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है why molality is considered as a best term for expressing the concentration of solution. Next that is a state Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Next that is a differentiate between an orbital and orbital. And next give the general characteristics of p block element. And next 6th question general electronic configuration of transition elements. And next why is the size of the anion is always larger than that of parent atom. And cause of periodicity of properties define resonance and dipole moment. सो इन्हों स्टार्ट करने तो पहले देखते हैं आप आंसर. सो स्टार्ट फ्रॉम सेक्शन बी. 2 मार्क्स क्वेश्चन है which now let's start from the answer. Law of multiple proportion. So it states that when two elements combine to form two or more compound, the weight of one element which is combined to a fixed weight of another element via a simple whole number ratio. So it can be proved by the example. For example, hydrogen and oxygen combine to form a two compound water and hydrogen peroxide. ठीक है. And in water, hydrogen 2 parts and oxygen is 16 parts. Similarly, in a hydrogen peroxide, hydrogen in 2 parts and oxygen is 32 parts. So example is shown here, H2O and H2O2. In case of water, 2:16, that is 1:8, and H2O to hydrogen peroxide 2:32, that is a 1:16. The weight of oxygen which combine the same weight of hydrogen in these two compound bears a simple ratio, that is a 1:2 RA total ratio RA. ठीक है जी. So ये सीख दी एक example. Another example can be shown. In case of nitrogen form the stable oxide N2O, nitrogen is 28 part, oxygen is 16. Similarly N2O2 nitrogen is 28 part and oxygen is 32. Similarly N2O3, N2O4 and N2O5. The weight of oxygen while combined with the same weight of nitrogen in 5 compound bears a ratio of 16:32, ratio 48, ratio 64, ratio 80, or 1:2, ratio 3, ratio 4, ratio 5. This is a simple whole number ratio. So next question is molality is considered as better term. And as we know, in case of molarity, number of moles of solute divided by volume of solution liter. And in case of molality, number of moles of solute divided by weight of solvent in gram. So ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਖਦੇ हैं मोलैरिटी ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ वॉल्यूम टर्म प्रेजेंट है, मोलैरिटी ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ कोई वॉल्यूम टर्म नहीं है, weight of solvent प्रेजेंट है. ਜਿਹੜੀ वॉल्यूम टर्म अगर प्रेजेंट है, इट मीन्स दैट इज ए टेम्परेचर डिपेंडेंट टर्म. इट मीन्स मोलैरिटी ਦੀ वैल्यू चेंज by affecting the temperature. And in case of molality, by affecting the temperature, weight of solvent doesn't change and hence it does not change, and molality is considered as a best term. So let's see the answer. Molality is the number of moles of solute present in 1000 gram of solvent, while molarity is the number of moles of solute present in 1000 ml of solution. And thus the molarity involves only masses which do not change with the temperature, and hence molality is preferred over the molarity term. So this is the correct answer. Next, that is the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So start with definition. It is impossible to measure simultaneously both position and momentum of a microscopic particle. First की Heisenberg uncertainty principle microscopic particle ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ applicable है. तो ਇਹਨੇ definition की है, it is impossible to measure the simultaneously both position and momentum of a microscopic particle. So mathematically delta x multiple delta p greater than equal to h over 4 pi. Delta x, that is a uncertainty in position, delta p uncertainty in momentum, and h is a Planck constant. So if momentum p is written as mv and delta p become equal to m delta v, and it will form a delta x multiple m delta v greater than equal to h over 4 pi, and this can be written in this form. So this is a basic definition of a Heisenberg uncertainty principle, and it is also applicable only to the microscopic particles which are not visible to naked eye. जिन्होंने पर देखता इधरों देख नहीं सकते हैं. As we do not come across the microscopic particle like electron in daily life, so it can be safely ignored कि इसमें ਆਪਾਂ easily daily life ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ observe करना become difficult phenomena, so it can be safely ignored. Now next question is and applicable to only microscopic particle. Next question is the difference between orbit and orbital. This is also one of the most important question. Orbit is a well-defined circular path around the nucleus in which an electron revolves, and the orbital is it represents the region of space around the nucleus where probability of finding the electron is maximum. This is the space. This is the orbital. Next, it represents the planar motion, and it represents that is a three-dimensional motion. Next, orbit gives a definite path of an electron, and this concept is not in accordance to uncertainty principle, and orbital does not specify the definite path, and according to this concept electron may be anywhere in the region. The concept is accordance with the uncertainty principle. ठीक है जी, this is accordance with the uncertainty principle orbital concept. All orbits, ठीक है, orbits are a circular and orbital have different shapes. Orbital show different or shapes. S orbital is spherical, P orbital is a dumbbell, and D orbital is a double dumbbell. F is few shape. ठीक है जी. So orbital do not have directional characteristics. Directional nature कोई नहीं होती. The orbital they call S orbital are spherical. ठीक है, and S orbital all other orbitals have except S orbital spherical होंदी. इस तो इलावा बाकी सारे डायरेक्शन शो करते हैं. P, D, F block element all are directional in characteristics. Next है an orbit can accommodate electron equal to the 2n square. Orbit ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ maximum electron कितने होंगे 2n square, and orbital cannot accommodate more than 2 electron. कि orbital ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ maximum ही 2 electron हो सकते, ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ नहीं हो सकते. ठीक है जी. Next question है fifth, that है the general electronic configuration of p block elements. So they have the electronic configuration as ns2 np126 as it will move from 13 to 18 group. ठीक है, in case of p block elements, so basic electronic configuration is ns2 np126, and they form mostly covalent compound. They show variable oxidation state, and they include both metal and non-metals. The metallic character increase as we go down the group. So this is the basic phenomena of the p block elements. Next है the general electronic configuration of transition or d block element, which also show transition, dd transition. Transition means color compound show कर दे, and color due to the presence of unpaired electron into the d orbitals. So basic the electronic configuration is n-1 d1 to 10, ns1 to 2 is the general electronic configuration of d block elements. Next question is when gases neutral atom take up one or more electron, it becomes anion. So question is based upon anion and cation. Anion, why anion have larger size than that of a parent atom? When a neutral atom takes one electron, कोई भी atom है न्यूट्रल है, अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन कर रहा है, it will form a negative charge particle. ठीक है, and it becomes a anion. This is the anion, and electron is added to the outermost shell. The density of electron increases, and hence the effective nuclear charge decreases. Therefore, the attraction of electron toward the nucleus decreases. The electron will tend to the move away from the nucleus, and hence the size increases. कि जो भी इलेक्ट्रॉन ਵਿੱਚ ਐਡ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੀ ਡੈਂਸਿਟੀ ਡਿਕਰੀਜ਼ ਕਰ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਨਿਊਕਲੀਅਸ ਦਾ ਚਾਰਜ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਲਾਸਟ ਇਲੈਕਟ੍ਰੋਨ ਤੇ ਘੱਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ. ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀ ਉਹਦਾ ਸਾਈਜ਼ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਇਨਕਰੀਜ਼ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ. ਇਸੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ the size of parent atom of anion is size of anion is greater than that of the parent atom. ठीक है जी, this is the basic reason. So next question is cause of periodicity. So let's see the answer. The cause of periodicity in the properties of element is to the repetition of a similar electronic configuration of above to their valence shell, and it occurs after the regular intervals. की जी periodicity है, the reason is that due to the similar electronic configuration and show the similar properties. ठीक है, and similar electronic configuration, that is a valence shell electronic configuration, and it occurs after regular intervals. तो बात की है वो similar behavior show कर देते हैं. इसी करके पीरियोडिसिटी ऑफ एलिमेंट्स शो करते हैं। ठीक है जी। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है रेजोनेंस, डिफाइन रेजोनेंस। नो, रेजोनेंस की होंदी है व्हेन अ सिंगल स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ अ मॉलिक्यूल कैन नॉट रिप्रेजेंट it all the properties to explain the all the properties in number of structure may be drawn, that is called as a resonance or resonating structure। ਜਦੋਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਮੋਲੀਕਿਊਲ ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਸਟਰਕਚਰ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਟੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਡਿਫਾਈਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ, ਫਿਰ ਇੱਕ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਟਰਕਚਰ ਡਰਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਦੈਟ ਇਜ਼ ਕੋਲਡ ਐਜ਼ ਰੈਜ਼ੋਨੈਂਸ। एग्जाम्पल की है ओजोन O3 है, नाइट्रेट आयन है NO2 नेगेटिव, एंड कार्बोनेट आयन है NO3 CO3 2 नेगेटिव आयन। दिस इज कार्बोनेट एंड दिस विल शो द different structures due to explain the properties। ठीक है जी। So next question is the dipole moment, and it is defined as the product of magnitude of charge and distance of separation। अगर दो एलिमेंट है साढ़े कोल, ए दे कोल चार्ज है पॉजिटिव है, बी दे कोल नेगेटिव चार्ज है, and both are separated by certain distance, and then they have the dipole moment phenomena। ठीक है। So it is defined as the product of magnitude of charge multiple the distance of separation। It is denoted by symbol mu and equal to QD, mathematical expression। The unit of a dipole moment is dBA and symbol is capital D, and 1 dBA always equal to the 3.336 10 raised to power minus 30 coulomb meter is the units, and it is shown by the symbol, this is a symbol arrow, and here positive type sign, it will show the dipole moment goes from the positive charge to negative charge। ठीक है जी। दिस इज द बेसिक रिप्रेजेंटेशन। ठीक है जी। नो नेक्स्ट है 3 मार्क्स क्वेश्चन साढ़े तो आ जाते हैं, सैक्शन सी साढ़े तो आ जाता है। सो ये है फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है सैक्शन सी का 3 मार्क्स क्वेश्चन। एन ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड ऑन एनालिसिस गिव द फॉलोइंग परसेंटेज कंपोजिशन, कार्बन इज 57.8%, हाइड्रोजन इज 3.6%, एंड द rest is oxygen। The vapor density of a compound was found to be 83 and found out the molecular formula of a compound। So इधर composition सानू given है ते find करांगे molecular formula of compound। So answer is here, the element carbon, hydrogen and oxygen percentage is 57.8, 3.6 and 38.6 after the subtraction from 100, that is the oxygen value। Atomic number of carbon is 12 and hydrogen is 1 and oxygen is 16। So moles of atom can be calculated here, 57/8 divided by atomic the percentage divided by the atomic mass will give the moles of atom, that is 4.82, 3.6 and 2.41। and next calculate the molar ratio for, ठीक है, and mole ratio can be calculated divided by the high term by the lower term, 4.82 divided by 2.41, next 3.60 always divided to calculate the value, and next the simplest whole number ratio, as we know the according to rule all the value must be in the whole number ratio। So by solving it 1.49 means 1.5, that can be written as 3/2। So taking the LCM it will form 4 value hydrogen, 3 value 4 value carbon, 3 value hydrogen and 2 value that is the oxygen, and empirical formula is given as C4H3 and O2। The empirical formula mass is can be calculated 4 multiplied by 12 plus 3 into 1 plus 2 into 16, it will give a 83, and molecular mass can be calculated by formula multiple n multiplied by the vapor density, n is value is 2 and vapor density is 83, this is a given and can be calculated by molecular mass। So next n is will become equal to molecular mass over empirical formula, that is 166 over 83, it will give the n value that is a 2, and molecular formula can be calculated by the n into empirical formula। So empirical formula is calculated here, n value is calculated here, so put the and solve it and we will get the molecular formula of compound C8H6O4। ठीक है, so this is the answer। Next question is calculate the wavelength of an electron moving with a velocity 2.05 multiplied 10 to the power 7 meter per second or optional question is how many electrons in an atom may have the following quantum number: n equal to 4, and ms is equal to -1/2, and second n equal to 3, l equal to 0. So let's solve the question. So given statement is the velocity of electron is 2.05 10 to the power 7 meter per second, and we have to find out the wavelength of an electron. We know that by using the de Broglie equation, lambda equal to h over mb, and h value, that is a Planck constant value, is 6.2626 multiplied 10 to the power -34, and divided by mass of electron, that is a 9.1 multiplied 10 to the power -31 kg, and velocity is 2.05 multiplied 10 to the power 7 meter per second. So calculated lambda value is, by solving we get the value 3.55 10 to the power -15 meter. That is the correct answer. So second optional question is n value, that is a principal quantum number value are given, and spin value is given negative. So total number of electron present in n equal to 4, that is a 2n square. By using formula we can get the total number of electron, that is a 32 electron. And next, half of them, 16 electron, half of the electron have negative spin, half of the electron have positive spin. So ms is -1/2. So second part is n equal to 3, l equal to 0, means this is a 3s orbital, and it can have only 2 electrons, because s orbital can accommodate only the 2 electrons. Okay, so this is the answer. Now next question is the third one. Question is quantum number. Explain the quantum numbers. Now next is quantum number. These are the number which help to describe the shape, size, energy, radii, momentum, magnetic momentum, and spin momentum of an electron is called as a quantum number. Quantum number help to describe the size, energy, radii, magnetic momentum, spin momentum of an electron. Okay, and they are following as: first one quantum number is principal quantum number denoted by small n. Second one is azimuthal quantum number or angular quantum number denoted by small l. Next is the magnetic quantum number denoted by ml, and last one, that is a spin quantum number denoted by symbol small ms. Okay, so let's solve it 10 by 10. First is the principal quantum number. It determines the mean energy level or shell to which electron are belong. It can have value, positive integral value such as 1, 2, 3, 4. If value n equal to 1, this is a k orbit or k shell. If n value is 2, this is a l shell. Then n value is 3, that is a m shell. Similarly, n equal to 4, this is a n shell. Next, and these quantum number give the idea of size of an orbital and the distance of electron from the nucleus, that is the ionic radii can be calculated. Next, energy of electron can be calculated. The maximum number of electron in a shell is 2n square, that is also calculated from the principal quantum number. Second one quantum number is azimuthal or angular quantum number, that is denoted by symbol small l, and it denotes the subshell to which the electron belong. It will give the subshell value SPDF. Next, specify the angular momentum of electron. Okay, and next, third one, it signifies the shape of an orbital. It can have possible value l equal to 0 to n-1. These are the value from which angular quantum number can be calculated. For example, if n equal to 1, l become equal to 0 value and 1 0, or it has 1 value. Similarly, n equal to 2, l shall, here l value are l equal to 0 to n-1. Okay, and it will give 0 value and n-1, 2 minus 1, that is a 1 value, 2 value are given here. Similarly, for n equal to 3, 3 value are, n equal to 4, that is a 4 value. So from this value we can draw a table. The value of l equal to 0, this is s orbital, sharp origin and shape is spherical. L equal to 1, p orbital, principal origin, that is a dumbbell shape. Next, L equal to 2, that is a d subshell, diffuse shape, and double dumbbell can be named. Next, that is a L equal to 3, that is a F orbital or F designation, that is a fundamental or fused shape can be written. Okay. And next third one is a magnetic quantum number. An electron due to its angular motion around the nucleus and produce a magnetic field which can interact with the external magnetic field, and thus under the influence of external magnetic field the electron in a given subshell orient themselves in a certain specific region of a space around the nucleus. This origin of a space are called as a orbital, and the quantum number gives the orientation of the electron in space and around the nucleus. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨਿਊਕਲੀਅਸ ਦੇ ਸਰਾਊਂਡਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਇਲੈਕਟ੍ਰੋਨ ਮੂਵ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਔਰਬਿਟਲਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਔਰਬਿਟ ਤੇ ਨਿਊਕਲੀਅਸ ਵਿਚਕਾਰ ਔਰਬਿਟਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, that will give the magnetic quantum number value, and these have value minus L2 plus L. For example, if L equal to 0, M is 0. L equal to 1, M has 3 value minus 1, L 0 and 1. L equal to 2, M has a different value minus 2, minus 1, 0 and plus 1, plus 2. This is from this statement. Okay. Similarly, L equal to 3, the values are. Next, that is a spin quantum number. This is denoted by symbol small s. These are the electron are revolving around the nucleus, and the electron may have the possible spins clockwise or anti-clockwise, that can be designated as plus half and negative half, and these can be designated by the arrow upward, that is a clockwise direction, downward, that is a anti-clockwise direction. Okay, the upward or downward can be known. Okay. Next question is the difference between the electron gain enthalpy and electronegativity. So let's first point is it is the tendency of an isolated gaseous atom to gain electron gain enthalpy की है कि जिन्हें वो maximum electron नु gain करेगा, that is tendency is called as electron gain enthalpy. And electronegativity, it is the tendency of an atom to attract a sheer pair of electron toward itself in a molecule. Second point, it is measured in electron volt per atom or kilojoule per mole. These are basic unit. And electronegativity is said it has no unit. Electron gain enthalpy does not change regularly in the period on a group. ठीक है, कोई changes नहीं आएगी. It change regularly in a period or group. Period the group ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੈ regularly change करती पई है. Electron gain enthalpy, it is absolute value of an atom. And electronegativity, it is a relative value of an atom. So ਇਹ ਸੀ ਸਾਡਾ C part. Next ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ D part, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 5 ਮਾਰਕਸ ਦੇ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਆਪਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. ਸੋ ਸੈਕਸ਼ਨ D ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੇ 5 ਮਾਰਕਸ ਦੇ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੈ. ਫਸਟ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਇਜ਼ what is screening or shading effect and how does it govern the ionization enthalpy of an atom. And second is why ionization enthalpy of beryllium is more than that of boron. And our option is question is ionization enthalpy of nitrogen is more than that of oxygen. Explain it. And halogen have maximum electron affinity in their respective period. Explain why. And second question is the 5 marks the draw the molecular orbital diagram for O2 molecule and also find the stability order of ions. And our option question is give the shape of PCl5 by using hybridization. Next is the what is the difference between bonding and anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Next, what are the units of a dipole moment. So ये है साढ़े कोल 5 मार्क्स के क्वेश्चन, तो इन्होंने आप सॉल्व कर दें. So first is screening or shielding effect. The answer is the atom having the multi-electron system, the outermost electron do not feel the much attraction toward the nucleus, and it is because of the presence of electron between the nucleus and the outermost electron. So outermost electron are screened or shielded from the nucleus by the inner electron. This is known as screening or shielding effect. Simple. अगर साढ़े को न्यूक्लियस है, न्यूक्लियस के आउटरमोस्ट वेलेंस शेल दे विच इत्थे कोई भी शेल है ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रेजेंट है, ਇਹਦੇ in between जिन्ने ऑर्बिटल होंगे that are become shielded between the nucleus and outermost electron, that are shown the screening or shielding effect. ठीक है. The screening effect increase with increase in the number of inner shell of electron. जितना ज़्यादा होएगा उतना increase करेगा, and therefore it becomes easy to remove an electron, and hence ionization enthalpy decreases. ठीक है. By using the small ionization enthalpy we can remove the electron easily. So this will affect the screening or shielding effect. Second question is ionization enthalpy of beryllium and boron can be explained on the basis of their electron configuration. In case of beryllium, atomic number 4, that is 1s2 2s2, and in case of boron, that is 5 1s2 2s2 and 2p 1. As we know, in case of valence electronic configuration, there is a 2s2 and that is the s orbital totally fully filled, and here 2s2 and 2p1, that is a p orbital having the 1 unpaired electron, and can be released by applying the small amount of ionization enthalpy. So let's see that. From here, beryllium has fully filled s orbital and boron has an incompletely filled p orbital. So this fully filled electronic configuration makes the beryllium more stable than the boron. Secondly, if s electrons are more closer toward the nucleus, therefore the s electron of beryllium show the more penetration toward the nucleus, and thus the more the penetration effect, more will be the ionization enthalpy, and hence beryllium has the more ionization enthalpy than boron has. जिस तरह beryllium ਦੇ ਕੋਲ electronic configuration fully filled है ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ electron totally stabilize है and nucleus ਨਾਲ elected है, ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ size decrease हो जाएगा and ionization enthalpy ਉਹਦੀ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਜਾएगी, that need a large amount of ionization enthalpy to remove the electron from a beryllium atom, and beryllium ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ नहीं है. ठीक है जी. Second question है nitrogen ਤੇ oxygen ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ the ionization enthalpy of nitrogen is more than that of oxygen, and it can be explained that on the basis of a symmetrical arrangement, that is the electronic configuration of 2s orbital, and in case of nitrogen atomic number 7 electronic configuration is 1s2 2s2 2px1 2py1 and 2pz1, means 2p3 orbital and all the that is a half filled orbitals which are stable. And in case of oxygen, that is 8 atomic number 1s2 2s2 2p, that is a 4 1s2 2 electron है, next single है, and this is a totally half filled structure. This is not a half filled, not a fully filled structure. So as we know that half filled and fully filled electronic configuration are more stable than that of other structures. So due to that, nitrogen has stable half filled electronic configuration. On the other hand, oxygen contain unsymmetrical distribution of electrons, and so more energy is required to remove the electron from the outermost shell of nitrogen than oxygen. Therefore, ionization enthalpy of nitrogen is more than that of oxygen. So this is the correct answer. Next, halogen have maximum or higher electron affinity. The reason is that the halogen are group 17 elements and general electronic configuration is ns2np5. They have large tendency to gain one electron to form a noble gas configuration ns2np6, which is a stable configuration, so more have tendency to gain the one electron. So halogen have tendency to take one electron to acquire the noble gas configuration, so they easily acquire one electron because of a small amount of energy is released during the process. Thereby halogen have high electron affinity. ऐसे करके electron देखो halogen देखो electron affinity की है higher है. Next है molecular orbital energy level diagram for oxygen atom. As we know, the oxygen electronic configuration is 1s2 2s2 2p4. So molecular orbital diagram can be written here. Atomic number, atomic orbital and center, that is a molecular orbital. Lower, that is a bonding molecular orbital. Star, that is a anti-bonding molecular orbital for 1s2 2s2 2p4 1s2 2s2 2p4, and lower energy state, that is a bonding molecular orbital, that is a higher state, that is a anti-bonding molecular orbital. Similarly above structures, ठीक है. And in case of this oxygen molecule, sigma 2pz orbital first, then pi 2px pi 2py, and similarly pi 2px star, that is anti-bonding, pi star 2p by 2 and sigma star 2pz. These are the orbitals. So ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹਦੀ electronic configuration लिखांगे, first point that is electronic configuration can be written sigma 1s2 sigma star 1s2 sigma 2s2 sigma star 2s2 sigma 2pz2 pi 2px 2 pi to p by 2, pi star to px 1 and pi star to p by 1 1 1 होएगा इतने, ठीक है जी। सो जो आप बॉन्ड ऑर्डर निकालेंगे सेकंड पॉइंट, बॉन्ड ऑर्डर बिकम इक्वल टू नंबर ऑफ बॉन्डिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन माइनस नंबर ऑफ एंटी बॉन्डिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन डिवाइडेड बाय 2, दैट इज द बॉन्ड ऑर्डर। मतलब कि बॉन्डिंग मॉलिक्यूलर ऑर्बिटल द इलेक्ट्रॉन माइनस एंटी बॉन्डिंग मॉलिक्यूलर ऑर्बिटल द इलेक्ट्रॉन डिवाइडेड बाय द 2 करांगे आप। सो टोटल कैलकुलेट करांगे 2 4 ते 6 10 10 minus 6 become equal to 4 by 2, that is a 2, that is a oxygen the value आ रही है bond order दी। next bond length will become equal to small due to bond order twice, that is a magnetic nature, last electron show that there is one unpaired electron and due to that this is a paramagnetic nature। unstability की गल की this is a stable molecule, less stable है, ठीक है। next that is a O2 positive ion electronic configuration after the removal of one electron from the last orbital, so it will give a O2 positive ion electronic configuration, ठीक है जी। दिस इज इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कन्फिगरेशन। नेक्स्ट बॉन्ड ऑर्डर कैलकुलेट करेंगे 10 minus 5 दैट इज इक्वल टू 2.5। सिमिलरली बॉन्ड लेंथ स्मॉल है, पैरामैग्नेटिक नेचर है ड्यू टू अनपेड इलेक्ट्रॉन एंड स्टेबिलिटी स्टेबल हो जाएगा। नेक्स्ट O2 2 पॉजिटिव है, अगेन राइट द इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कन्फिगरेशन बाय रिमूवल ऑफ 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन, ठीक है। ऑक्सीजन ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ 2 ਇਲੈਕਟ੍ਰੋਨ ਰਿਮੂਵ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਏਗਾ। Electronic configuration is written here and bond order can be calculated, that is a 3 value, bond length is small, magnetic nature diamagnetic है and more stable है। Similarly O2 1 negative है, it means by gaining the 1 electron। So electronic configuration is written here and bond order is 1.5, bond length is large and magnetic nature, that is a paramagnetic and stability less stable। Similarly O2 2 negative ion, ठीक है जी। electronic configuration is written here by gaining the 2 electron, ठीक है। ion are formed, then electron are added into the last orbital। so bond order is 1, bond length is large and magnetic nature, that is a diamagnetic and stability is 3 bond order, O2 2 positive, next 2.5 O2 positive, next O2 2 and O2 1 negative 1.5 and O2 2 negative, that is a 1 value। so this is the molecular orbital energy level diagram for oxygen atom। next है और ऑप्शन क्वेश्चन है PCl5 the electronic configuration and structure, the ground state and excited state electronic configuration of phosphorus are explained। in case of phosphorus having atomic number 15 and electronic configuration 3s2 3p, 3 can be written here, and in case of 3s there are 2 electron and 3p 3 electron, ठीक है। we have to, in case of phosphorus excited state, that is 1 electron from 3s orbital excited to the d orbital, as d orbital are weakened, so there is a formation of a 5 unpaired electron, due to 5 unpaired electron in case of PCl5 structure, that is a 5 Cl atom has tendency to make overlap with the 5 unpaired phosphorus electron to form a PCl5 structure, and it will form a sp3d hybridization, and structure is here PCl5, here are 3 bonds, that is 120 degree, which are also called as a equatorial bond, and 2 bonds that are at a 90 degree, that are also called as a axial bond। and one of the most important factor, that is a axial bond are longer than that of a equatorial bond, as in case of, and here 5 orbitals, one is 3p and 1 d orbital hybridized to form sp3d hybridization, and they are directed toward the corners of trigonal bipyramidal, and in this the 3 PCl bonds lie in a one plane and make an angle 120 degree each other, and the remaining PCl bond are lying at a axial position making an angle of 90 degree, and they are called as the axial bond, and the axial bond are slightly longer than that of equatorial bonds। and the main reason for the longer of axial bond, that will show more repulsion from the 3 equatorial bonds, due to that axial bond are more longer, and in case of equatorial bond that are only get the repulsion from the two another equatorial bonds. So due to that the axial bonds are longer than that of equatorial bonds. So next question is difference between the bonding and anti-bonding molecular orbital. In case of bonding, bonding molecular orbital are formed by the addition or overlapping of atomic orbital. It is represented by wave function psi m of molecular orbital equal to psi a plus psi b. And in case of anti-bonding molecular orbitals, these are formed by the subtraction of orbital of the atomic orbital. The wave function of for anti-bonding are may be written as psi star m over, that is psi a minus psi b. And second, they are formed when the lobes of combining atomic orbital have same sign. अगर lobe the same sign होंगे फिर ही combine करेंगे तो anti bonding देता ही है. These are formed by lobes of combining atomic orbital have opposite sign होंगे फिर ही combine होंगे. It has greater electron density in the region and it has lesser electron density, and the forces in the orbital tend to bring the two nuclei of the atom together. Therefore, the electron in the bonding molecule orbital contribute the attraction between the two atoms, and the forces in the orbital push in the nuclei apart from the electron in anti-bonding molecule orbital. ठीक है जी. And there is a principle of repulsion. Next है point, it possesses lower energy in case of bonding molecule orbitals, and it possesses higher energy than the isolated atomic orbitals in case of anti-bonding molecular orbital. Due to that higher energy written in the above form. Now last question is the unit of dipole moment. The unit of dipole moment is dBA, and one and D not to symbol D. SI unit of dipole moment is coulomb meter, and 1 dBA become equal to 3.336 multiplied 10 to the power minus 30 coulomb meter. So ਇਹ ਸੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ +1 ਕੈਮਿਸਟਰੀ ਸਬਜੈਕਟ ਦਾ ਫੁੱਲੀ ਸੋਲਵ ਪੇਪਰ. ਆਈ ਹੋਪ ਸਾਰੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਸੰਦ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈਗਾ, ਅਤੇ ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਪੇਪਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਸੋਲਵ ਕਰਕੇ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ, ਅਤੇ ਇਸੇ ਪੇਪਰ ਦੀ PDF ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਡਿਸਕ੍ਰਿਪਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ. ਸੋ ਆਲ ਦੀ ਬੈਸਟ ਟੂ ਆਲ ਆਫ ਦਾ +1 ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ and get good marks. So please like, share and subscribe this channel more and more. Thank you so much.